Alright, the video feed should be up and running, so if you can see me and hear me, then everything is working exactly as it should. Now I just want to take a quick moment just to go over the setup that you got there. I want to make sure everything's working properly, make sure you feel comfortable with everything before we get the suspects in, alright? Now, what you're looking at now, this is the real-time video feed, and you've got the controls right in front of you that you can use to toggle back and forth between the two different camera angles. Now, this whole system is all touchscreen, so all you gotta do is just touch whichever feed you want, and that's the one that's going to be displayed. So why don't you go ahead, take a quick sec, and just toggle back and forth, make sure everything's working properly. All right. Now, as long as this video feed is running, it's also being recorded and saved. In fact, it's actually recording right now in case you want to revisit any of this information later. Now, as soon as the recording stops, that's when it becomes available for you on the playback monitor that you also have in there. Now, this is where I'm counting on you, okay? This is where I really need you to utilize that playback monitor and carefully analyze these suspects, all right? See if there's anything, and I mean anything, that you happen to catch that I'm going to miss while I'm in here, okay? That's where I'm counting on you. All right, now the video files that are going to be on that playback monitor you have full control over, but you got to be aware that those files will not be available to you until we're done with each session and the recording stops, all right? So that covers all the tech stuff. Now, the case, all right, let's do a quick recap on the case here. So Samantha Williams, age 31, found her mom, Paulette Williams, age 62, dead in her bed after being on in-home hospice care for about 2 months, okay? Nothing out of the ordinary there, seeing as though Paulette was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Now, part of the hospice care was for Paulette to receive these 30 milligram Oxycontin pills. Now, the problem is that the medical examiner noted extremely high levels of Oxycontin in Paulette's system. Okay, these levels far exceed the 30 milligrams. Now, to top it off, the hospice worker, a guy named Michael Schaefer, he noted that there were missing pills when he went to do his final count. All right, there was actually 5 missing pills of Oxycontin to be exact. Now, it's important to note that Samantha and her husband, a guy named Elliot Jordan, who's age 34, they're the sole caretakers, all right? So they're the only ones that are able to administer Paulette's Oxycontin on a regular basis. Now, I did have a chance to talk with both of them about a week or so ago, and things just aren't adding up, okay? They just aren't. Now, fortunately, they are being very cooperative, okay, which is why they've agreed to come down here today and do this second interview with me. Now, since I spoke with them, I was able to subpoena some documents and some records to hopefully, shed light and just get a little insight as to what actually is going on here. And I actually did uncover a few things. So I learned that Samantha has a lot of debt. All right, a pretty significant amount. Most of it's student loans, but it's pretty significant nonetheless. I learned that her mom, Paulette, has a life insurance policy for $250,000 that is payable to her only child, Samantha. And I learned that Samantha booked a one-way ticket to Costa Rica for July of later this year. All right, now, given all of that, I think it's safe to say that foul play is absolutely a possibility here. All right, now, obviously, I'm going to be the physical presence in the room, but I'm going to rely on you, all right, like a lot, okay, because you're going to be my eye in the sky, all right? You have a far better vantage point than I do, okay? So I'll field all the questions in here, but I'm absolutely going to follow your lead, all right? So I need you to use everything that you got in that room to your advantage, okay? Because we have one goal. That's it, right? Solve this case. That's our goal, all right? That's it. That's all I got. So I'm going to bring Samantha in here first, and we'll get the video feed back up and running in just a sec. All right? Okay, Samantha, we are recording. Today is Saturday, February 19th of 2022. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here is Samantha Williams. Samantha, I'm going to ask that you please spell your first and last name for me.
Samantha, Samantha, Williams, Williams.
Thank you. And now I do need you to acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you do consent to that recording. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. I know we had a chance to go over your rights in the waiting room, but I do want to remind you that those rights do remain at all times today, okay? And also, you are by no means obligated to make this statement, right? You understand that?
Yeah, I do understand, yeah.
Okay. The last thing is, I know we spoke about a week or so ago, so I'm probably going to ask you some very similar questions. If I do, just please go ahead and answer those, but this time for the record, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, Samantha, let's just start with you telling me what happened.
Okay. Where do you want me to start?
Wherever you'd like. Just tell me whatever you think I should know.
Okay. Well, there's not really that much to tell. My mom was on hospice care for quite some time, as you know. Stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And I woke up one morning and found her dead. It wasn't really a shock or anything, we were expecting it, but we just didn't really know when it was going to happen.
And Samantha, you're a substitute teacher, right?
Yeah, that's correct. I'm working on my teaching credentials.
So I'm assuming that's the reason that you were up so early that morning?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I usually get up about 6.
About 6? Gotcha, okay. You can continue.
Well, I woke up. I was doing my morning routine. I took a shower, went to make breakfast. Then I was going to go give my mom her morning pill and...
Okay, hold. So around what time was it that you were giving her this morning pill?
6:45.
About 6:45, okay. And then, what did you do after that?
Well, I went in to wake up Elliot, and we called the hospice nurse.
So see, this is where I'm lost. I don't understand. Why did you call the hospice nurse? Why didn't you guys call 911?
Well, that was our protocol. We'd gone over it quite a few times with our care team, and that was just what we were supposed to do.
Now, the care team, that's Michael Schaefer, right? He's the hospice nurse that's with that care team?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I called Michael, and he was there actually within about an hour. There were all these other people that came in to clean up everything else, clean up the body. Elliot and we just stayed in our room, out of the way.
And just for the record, Elliot's your husband, right?
Yeah. I know it's confusing because we don't share the same last name.
And how long have the two of you been married?
Just under 2 years.
Just under 2 years. All right. So why don't you tell me about the days leading up to all this?
Okay. How far back?
Why don't you go back to Monday, February 7th, since that'll put us about 2 days prior to your mom's death.
Monday was pretty typical. I got up, I did my morning routine. I went to work. I went to the gym and the grocery store, and then I was home about 7:30. Elliot actually had already ordered Thai food, so we had Thai food and then sat and watched TV for the rest of the evening. I went to bed about 10:30. 10.
Now, did you give your mom a dose of Oxycontin that morning?
Yeah, I do the morning and Elliot does the evening.
So it's just the 2 pills every day?
Yeah, about 12 hours apart, approximately, anyway. Sometimes there's a breakthrough dose if she's really having like a lot of discomfort, but it's not normally part of the routine.
Got you. Now, I did have a chance to speak to Michael, right, the hospice nurse. Are you aware that he had visited that morning?
Yeah. Michael comes every Monday. I'm normally not there. I'm usually at work, so Elliot's the one that lets him in.
So, seeing as though you weren't there, then it's safe to say that you really don't have any idea like what could have happened during his visit, right?
No. But I mean, I don't think that it would be anything different than a regular visit. Why? Did Michael say something happened that day?
No, not at all. No, I was just curious, that's all. So Tuesday, February 8th, how'd that day go for you?
Honestly, about the same. Minus, I guess, the gym and the grocery store. I was pretty tired, so I went home right after work. Elliot and I just had some leftover Thai food, watched TV for the rest of the evening, and I went to bed just like I always do.
And that would have been around like 10-ish, right? Like.
Yeah, I mean, give or take 30 minutes.
And I'm going to assume that Elliot also that same day gave her her evening dose of Oxycontin. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so seeing as though you didn't give your mom a pill the morning of her death, right? Then it's safe to say that Elliot, right? He would have been the last person to give your mom Oxycontin. Is that correct? Right? Like nobody else could have given her a pill, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Any breakthrough doses that day?
No. No, not that I remember, no.
Now, Samantha, these 5 missing pills, do you have any idea how these 5 pills could have gone missing?
No.
No.
I don't.
Well, you are at least aware, right, that these 5 pills have gone missing.
Yeah. That's what Michael said, yeah. And I'm assuming that's part of the reason why you brought us down here.
Yeah, that's a big part of the reason. Samantha, I can't seem to understand how 5 30-milligram Oxycontin pills could have gone missing.
Honestly, I can't tell you. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
All right, Samantha, is there anything else that you think I should be aware of? Anything that you need to tell me?
No, not really, no. But can I ask you a question?
Mm-hmm. Of course.
Are we being suspected of something?
Samantha, foul play is absolutely a possibility here, yes. Right, that's why I'm here. My job is to try to figure out what happened. Okay, but as long as you're honest with me, then we're good, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good. So look, there's just one last thing that I want to clear up with you, okay? First, I need you to verify you still have some student loan debt. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And it's a pretty large amount that you owe, right?
About 105,000, yeah.
105,000? Wow. That's a pretty significant amount of money.
Yeah.
Now, prior to your mom's death, did you know that she had a life insurance policy for $250,000 that's payable directly to you, her only child?
I did. I didn't know about it until she got ill.
So prior to all this, you had no idea that she had this life insurance policy?
I'm sure she had something. I assumed she had something. But I didn't know any of the details of it, the amount, nothing.
All right, what can you tell me about Costa Rica?
Costa Rica?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Costa Rica.
You're probably referring to the plane ticket that I bought.
Yeah, that's correct. What's that all about?
there's just been so much going on. I've been really stressed out with, and I was just planning a little vacation for a bit once school was out. That's all.
So that's why you bought the ticket for July?
Yeah.
Now, see, the problem is you bought a one-way ticket, Samantha, right? So, were you never planning on coming back?
No. No, it was it's just a cheap fare that I found. There's this app that tracks your purchases for you, but it only deals in one-way fare tickets. It's for plane travel. So I saw that ticket and I bought that flight, and I just was waiting for the right return flight. I just hadn't found it yet.
What about Elliot? Two of you weren't going to go together?
No. We weren't sure if my mom would still need care at the time.
And Samantha, you didn't think to mention this earlier? I mean, this seems like a huge oversight, don't you think?
I didn't see what it had to do with anything. It's just a vacation.
It's just a vacation. Samantha, are you okay?
You don't have to bring any of this up to Elliot, do you?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
Samantha, are you sure there isn't something that you need to tell me?
No.
No. Okay. All right, Samantha, let's give you a break. Okay, we'll get your husband in here, okay? All right. Okay, Elliot, we are recording. I do want to remind you that the rights that we went over in the waiting room, they do apply at all times today, okay?
Cool.
All right. Okay, so today is Saturday, February 19th of 2022. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here is Elliot Jordan. Elliot, can you do me a favor and please spell your first and last name?
First name E-L-L-I-O-T. Last name J-O-R-D-A-N.
Thank you. I do ask that you please acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you are consenting to that recording. Is that correct?
Sure, that's correct, yeah.
Okay. And lastly, I do want you to be aware that you do not have to make this statement. You're not obligated. You understand that, right?
Understood.
Okay. So, Elliot, I take on things. So why don't you just tell me what happened?
I mean, there's not much to tell. Paulette was on hospice, and she was expected to pass away.
And that's it?
I mean, there's really not much to say. It's just an unfortunate situation.
All right, well, let's see if we can maybe explore a little more here. Why don't you tell me what happened on Monday, February 7th?
There's nothing out of the ordinary. I woke up around 11 a.m. that morning. Our hospice nurse, Michael, he gets to the house on Mondays at noon. Let him in when he got to the house, and he tended to Paulette while I took a video call from a client. He left later that afternoon, and I continued to work.
And you're a sound engineer, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, and you work from home?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, you can continue.
So after I wrapped for the day, I ordered some Thai food. I hadn't eaten all day. I was starving, so I didn't wait for Sam to get home. But she got to the house pretty soon after I finished eating, and we watched some TV. She went to bed. And then after she went to sleep, I hopped on video games online and played until about 2 a.m., something like that, and then went to sleep.
Do you normally go to bed that late?
Yeah, usually later, honestly. I have trouble sleeping, so I just kind of stay up until I'm drained.
So I'm going to assume, right, you gave Paulette her dose of OxyContin that evening. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I gave her a dose around 7. That's routine for us.
So based on this routine, you obviously gave her a pill of OxyContin that night, right, February 7th. I'm going to assume that you also gave her a dose on Tuesday, February 8th that night. Does that sound accurate?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so what about Tuesday? Anything out of the ordinary on Tuesday?
No. I worked on a track for most of the day for a client. And Sam got home around 5. We ate leftovers from the night before and watched TV again. And then after she went to sleep, I hopped online, played video games, and did that the rest of the night.
And that's it?
That's it.
All right. So based on everything that you're saying, then you would have been the last person to give Paulette a dose of OxyContin, right, prior to her death?
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah.
Okay. Did either you or Samantha give her any breakthrough doses on that day?
No.
Are you sure?
I mean, as far as I'm aware, no.
Okay, so let's assume that everything that you're saying is accurate. Can you explain to me how 5 30-milligram OxyContin pills could have gone missing?
The only thing I've thought about is that maybe the pharmacy messed up. Happens from time to time, right?
I mean, yeah, it happens. It's extremely rare, but sure. But see, even if that were the case, right, that still doesn't explain how Paulette overdosed, does it?
I guess not.
So, Elliot, right, my job is to figure out how Paulette overdosed. Okay, that's my job. So, with that in mind, is there anything that you need to tell me? Anything that I should be aware of?
Can't think of anything else. I think we've covered everything.
Okay, you sure?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
All right. We'll take a short break, okay? All right. All right, the video feed should be up and running, so if you can see me and hear me, then everything is working exactly as it should.
Well, I don't know about you, but it feels like both of them are hiding something. Samantha definitely feels off, and Elliot seems a bit too nonchalant for my taste. I'm going to bring Samantha back in here in just a sec. I want to see if I can pry some more information out of her. But look, before we do that, we really need to think about how we want to approach this. I think that if I put some pressure on her, she'll crack for sure. But honestly, I'm conflicted. Part of me also feels that I should keep playing nice. I don't know, maybe a calm approach may get her to trust me and open up more. But then again, if this is all an act, she might see right through that bullshit and use it in her favor. Honestly, I don't know. It's hard to get an exact read on her. Why don't you do some reviewing? See if anything helps guide how we should move forward. Maybe you can get a better take on things. And listen, take all the time you want, okay? I don't care if these two are here all day and night. When you're ready, you give me a call and you let me know how you want to play this. I'll trust your judgment. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Hey. Okay, so you want to go with the nice and calm approach. Not a problem at all. Give me a sec, I'll get Samantha back in here and we'll get things back up and running. All right, bye.
This is a continuation with Samantha Williams. The date is still February 19th of 2022. So, Samantha, I just have a few things that I want to clear up with you and then we'll be done, okay?
Okay.
Great. I want to take a look at some of your debt, make sure that my numbers are accurate, okay?
Okay, sure.
So, I see that in addition to your student loans, you have a car that you own, and you owe about $5,700 on that car. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You also have 2 credit cards. Looks like both of those are maxed out, and that's $15,000 that you owe. Is that also correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. What does that work out to in terms of a monthly payment?
Just the credit cards or everything?
Everything. So the credit cards, the car, student loan, and I don't need an exact amount. Just give me a rough idea.
I don't know, maybe like $13.50 a month.
$13.50. Okay. And then I know that you live with your mom, but you do pay her something, right, every month?
$5.50 a month for bills, groceries. Elliot does about the same.
So $5.50 to your mom. Okay. And then salary. What do you bring home monthly salary wise after taxes? Again, I don't need an exact. Just give me a rough estimate.
$2,100.
$2,100. Okay. Okay. So if my math is correct, then you owe about $1,900, right, a month. That's your monthly expenses, and then you bring in, as you said, $2,100 a month in terms of salary. So that leaves you with $200 approximately every month to cover things like going out, right, clothes. That $200, that's your monthly disposable income. Is that correct? That's pretty tight.
It is.
Now, Samantha, I'm not saying that the two are connected, but technically this $250,000 life insurance policy, I mean, that's enough to pay off all this debt, and then you still pocket over $100,000.
Technically, yes.
So is that what you plan on doing? You plan on paying off all your debt?
I don't know.
You don't know. All right. Let's look at this Costa Rica trip, okay? So this trip to Costa Rica in July, right? This is your hard-earned vacation, is that right? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you stated that you had purchased a one-way ticket because you found some app, right? That I guess has cheap flights, right? And then you said that you were just waiting to find a good deal, right, on the return ticket. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Samantha, I have to ask, Were you really planning on returning? You sure that you're not trying to escape something? Look, Samantha, I'm sure that you can see how this doesn't help your case. Okay? I don't believe that you killed your mom, okay? I don't believe that. But I also don't believe that you're being honest with me. Okay, I want to help you. Right? That's what I want to do. I want to be able to show that you had absolutely nothing to do with this, okay, Samantha? Right, but this is a two-way street, right? Okay, and this is where I need you to help me too. So I need to know why did you buy this one-way ticket? Look, Samantha, if you don't clear this up, you are going to make it really hard for me to not pin this on you. I'm sure you can see that. All right, so I need to know the truth. I need to know why did you buy this one-way ticket? Yeah?
I'm leaving Elliot.
So what do you mean, the two of you are splitting up?
Yeah,
But what? Let me guess. Elliot, he doesn't know this, does he? So is this what you've been hiding?
yeah. Look, when I bought that ticket, it had nothing to do with my mom, okay? I did figure that she probably would have passed away by then, but that wasn't the reason why.
Samantha, you're gonna have to explain.
Well, I have a lot of debt, as you know, and I had heard of people leaving the U.S. to escape their debt.
So is that what you were planning to do, was to escape your debt? So just to make sure that I get this straight, you purchased this one-way ticket to Costa Rica so that you could escape your debt and to leave your husband. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, but what I don't understand is why you're trying to bail on your student loans and all your other debt. I mean, you have this $250,000 in life insurance policy. That surely is going to pay off all your debt.
$250,000 is not that much money. My mom had her own debt too, you know, between my debt and her debt and funeral costs and medical bills. There's nothing left.
What about her house? What are the plans with the house?
No plans. The house is going into foreclosure any day, and apparently my mom was really behind on her mortgage payments. Like, really behind.
So Samantha, just need to know. I mean, are you and Elliot not in a happy marriage? I mean, honestly, it never came across that way. You know, in my time that I spent with you two.
Depends on who you ask.
Well, Samantha, I'm asking you.
Elliot is a great guy. It's just that I have changed a lot since we first met. I'm not the same person that I was. And all of this with my mom, just made me look at life differently, you know? I mean, she was still really young. Life is never guaranteed, right? You know? I'm just now realizing that. And I have always been afraid of everything. My whole life. Afraid to pursue my dreams because I thought that they were worthless compared to other people's. Afraid of fitting in, of not fitting in, of being made fun of. I have lived my whole life for other people. Including Elliot. And I never once stopped to consider my own happiness. But I'm done doing that. And I love Elliot. I really do. But he doesn't make me happy. I just wanted a fresh start. I feel like I deserve a fresh start.
So that's the whole plan, huh? Just to move to Costa Rica and start a whole new chapter in life. Is that basically it?
Yeah, pretty much.
And Elliot, he doesn't know about your big move. Now, do you think that maybe in your overly burdened state that maybe you helped accelerate this whole process?
Of course not. No, I love my mom. I would never do anything to hurt her.
I'm not saying that you hurt her. I'm saying that ending her pain would not be hurting her, right?
I wanted my mom around as long as possible. She was the only person in my life that was truly supportive.
Samantha, I understand. I understand all of this. I get you, but none of this helps me understand how Paulette overdosed, right? It's not like she could have taken those pills herself.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's switch gears here for a sec. All right. You stated earlier, right, that Elliot was the last person to give your mom a dose of Oxycontin, correct? Correct?
No, actually.
No?
I remembered I had given her a breakthrough dose about 11 p.m. that night.
So hold on. You're telling me that you gave your mom a dose of Oxycontin that Tuesday night, February 8th, the night right before her death? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah,
And you didn't you didn't think to tell me this earlier?
I'm sorry, I just forgot. There's been so much going on, I truly just didn't remember.
You forgot? Samantha, you're telling me that you forgot that you gave your mom a dose of Oxycontin the night before she died. That's what you're telling me, is that you forgot?
I know that sounds like it's hard to believe, but that's the truth.
Okay. Okay, so then you were actually the last person to give your mom Oxycontin prior to her death. Is that statement now accurate?
Yeah. I was having trouble sleeping that night, and I woke up, which was very rare for me. I went to go check on my mom. And I saw that she was having a lot of discomfort. And
How much did you give her?
the usual 10 milligrams.
And what about Elliot? Did Elliot give her any breakthrough doses that you may have forgotten about? No. Are you sure?
We have a chart on the refrigerator. We write everything down. And
Did you write your 11 p.m. dose down?
honestly, I don't remember.
You don't remember. So this whole thing could possibly be an accident.
What do you mean?
I mean, maybe I've been looking at this the wrong way. Right? Maybe nobody intentionally killed your mom. Maybe it was just a simple human mistake. What do you think?
I don't follow exactly.
Samantha, is it possible that you measured that dose incorrectly? I mean, you were tired, right? Stressed. Right, we've already established you got a lot of craziness going on in your life. Maybe when you gave her that dose, you measured wrong and you gave her more than she should have consumed. Do you think that's possible?
I mean, maybe, but even if I did, that still doesn't explain the missing pills.
No, it doesn't. Do you suddenly remember what happened to those 5 missing pills?
No, I don't.
You sure?
I swear to you, I don't know.
All right, Samantha, I'm I'm going to ask you one more time, okay? Because we can't keep going around in circles here. Is there anything that I need to know? Anything that you may have forgotten? Anything that may have popped into your head? Anything that you are suddenly remembering? Anything at all?
No.
So that's everything. Okay. All right, Samantha, we're going to take a break, okay?
Well, that was a lot more than I was expecting. If she really is telling the truth, then I guess that clears up the one-way ticket. But that's only if she's telling the truth. Regardless, I'm having a hard time believing that she really forgot about that 11 p.m. breakthrough dose. I just can't see how someone would forget something like that, especially when they're under investigation. Honestly, it kind of makes me question everything she's been telling me. Now, if she is being honest, though, then the accident scenario is certainly possible. This is where I wish I were a mind reader. All right, well, moving forward, how do you want to play this with Elliot? I definitely feel he's hiding some things from me as well, and we still can't account for those 5 missing pills. I can tell him everything we just learned about Samantha's plans to leave him. See if he really has no clue about all this. I just wonder if him learning about Costa Rica will affect things negatively or positively. Because if Samantha's being honest about that trip, then it really has no relevance to this case, and we might get caught up in something that really isn't that important. Now, the other option is I do ask him about Costa Rica, but I don't reveal anything. I just see where he takes things when I ask him about it. Instead, use the time to mostly put some pressure on him being involved with the murder somehow. Really test him to see if he's got something to hide. I'm sure we'll learn something either way. So, this is where my trust lies with you. All right, look things over and let me know how you want me to proceed. All right, we'll talk soon.
Okay, Elliot, we are...
I gave her a dose around 7. That's routine for us.
So based on this routine, you obviously gave her a pill of Oxycontin. That
Hey. Okay. Yeah, I'll tell him everything I know about Costa Rica. We'll see how that plays out. Okay, give me a sec. I'll grab Ellie and we'll get things back up and running. Okay. Bye.
that night, right, February 7th, I'm going to assume that you also gave her a dose on Tuesday. This is a continuation with Elliot Jordan. The date is still Saturday, February 19th of 2022. Elliot, I just learned that you actually weren't the last person to give Paulette a dose of Oxycontin.
Yeah, she just told me in the waiting room, actually.
She just told you that.
Yeah.
Were you aware of this before?
No.
No. Apparently, she may have possibly written this down on a chart. I guess the two of you keep a chart on your fridge. Does that ring any bells?
Yeah, we keep a chart, but I honestly didn't look at it that night. Mm-hmm. I had given Paulette her dose at 7, so there was no reason for me to check.
And you didn't hear Samantha get up around 11 o'clock that night?
Yeah, I guess not.
You think that's maybe because you were gaming?
Probably. I also use headphones when I game, so I don't really pay attention to anything around me.
Now, what about you, Elliot? Is there maybe something that you suddenly remember maybe something slipped your mind from earlier? Anything at all?
Yeah, I probably should confess something to you.
You have something that you need to confess?
Yeah, I took the pills.
The 5 missing Oxycontin pills, you took those?
Yeah.
Now, is that what you used to kill Paulette?
No. I took the pills for myself. I told you earlier that I have trouble sleeping, and I took the Oxy to help me sleep.
So, you're telling me that you took those pills to personally consume them?
Yeah. And it honestly wasn't the first time. I've taken pills from Paulette before. And I know it's stupid that I should have told you before this, but...
Yeah, Elliot, you should have brought this up earlier, for sure. You know, that could have saved us all a lot of time. Okay. All right, well, I guess that clears up the missing pills then, right?
Yeah, I guess it does, yeah.
Except, Elliot, this confuses me more.
Why?
Well, if you were the one who personally consumed those pills, then how do we explain Paulette overdosing?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know.
No.
Okay. Elliot, let's get back to Samantha here for a sec. How would you describe your relationship with Samantha?
In what way?
However you want.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty typical relationship. You know that we've been married for 2 years. Dated a couple years prior, so we've been together for a while. I don't know, it's not much to say. It's a happy marriage.
Do you two love each other?
Of course.
And do you trust each other?
Yeah, we love each other, we trust each other. We're a happily married couple.
So, just out of curiosity, does Samantha know that you've been taking her mom's pills for your own personal consumption?
No.
She doesn't know that. So it is safe to say that you guys do keep some secrets from each other, right? And what about your future, Elliot? How do you envision your future with Samantha?
My future.
Your future, right? House in the suburbs, couple kiddos, grow old together. Yeah, your future.
We haven't really talked about anything substantial in a while, but we've discussed maybe opening up a small business at some point.
What kind of small business did the two of you talk about opening up?
It was just pipe dreams, really, but we've talked about maybe like a small cafe or bed and breakfast, something like that. Just an environment where we can meet new and interesting people.
So, how were you guys planning to fund something like that?
Like I said, there was nothing really that we were finalizing, but I don't know, maybe now with the life insurance money, maybe we can start something. I think Paulette would be happy that we used the money for something good,
Now, financially speaking, right, you and Samantha are in a totally different situation, right? Like you have no debt, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, I've got, monthly credit card bills and stuff like that, but I pay those off every month on time. No worries.
So then you must be a pretty fiscally responsible person, is that right?
Somewhat.
What about kids? You two ever talk about having kids?
Yeah, we've talked about it. Again, we haven't really discussed anything big lately, but I think it would be nice to have a kid eventually. Obviously with Paulette's health condition, there was too much responsibility between the two of us anyway to think about anything else.
Look, Elliot, I don't know how to tell you this. Why don't you tell me what you know about Costa Rica?
Costa Rica?
Costa Rica. What do you know about Costa Rica?
I'm sorry, what does this have to do with anything?
So, I'm telling you Costa Rica, and you're telling me you have no idea what I mean?
No.
None.
None.
Elliot, I'm afraid that Samantha, she doesn't share the same vision of the future that you do.
What do you mean?
She's not happy in this relationship, Elliot. In fact, she plans on leaving you.
Is this some kind of police tactic or something?
No, Elliot, this is true.
She told you this earlier.
Yeah. In fact, she has already purchased a one-way ticket to Costa Rica. That's actually why I brought it up. She's leaving in July, actually, and I'm pretty sure she plans on using that life insurance money that you're talking about to start a whole new chapter in life without you.
You're messing with me.
Elliot, I wouldn't mess with you. I mean, these statements are recorded. I have the whole statement of hers recorded as well. Look, Elliot, I have a printout of her boarding pass. You can look at that for yourself. You know what I think, Elliot? I think that Samantha really hates her life. Right, think about it, right? She's got mom who's on hospice, right, that she has to care for day in and day out for who knows how long, right? She's got a history of never sticking up for herself, right? Never actually being the person that she actually wants to be, right? I mean, she's clearly in an unhappy marriage. Elliot, man, she just wants out, man. I mean, look. Right there, she wants out.
What the hell? I've given everything for her. Everything to make this relationship work. Just gotta throw everything away. After everything I've done. You know, it wouldn't actually surprise me if Samantha did this. Planned this whole thing.
Really?
I mean, apparently she's capable of a lot more than I can imagine.
So you think that Samantha is capable of planning this whole thing?
Based on what you told me, yeah, I think it's possible. I mean, she was the last one to give her mom Oxy, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
She could have easily given her too much. And as much as it pains me to say, I think Samantha did kill her mom.
You really think that?
I do.
Elliot, we can take a break, right? You clearly have a lot that you need to process here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Look, I can set you up in a different room if you want to.
No.
No.
I need to talk to Sam.
Okay. All right. Look, we'll take a break. Yeah, and we'll go from there. Okay.
You think he's being authentic? You think Samantha planned this whole thing? I don't know. Either way, I don't think we're going to get anything more out of these two. We got to make a decision here. Again, I'm going to follow your lead, so definitely take your time. I want to make sure we get this right. Based on Elliot's statement, or if you feel we have enough evidence, we can charge Samantha with the murder of her mom. Or if you think the two of them are in this together, we can charge both of them. But we're definitely going to need some evidence to back that up. As for Elliot being the sole person responsible, I'm not too sure we have enough evidence. But if you feel he's still hiding something, I can charge him. I'll try to find a way to justify it if that's the route you want to go. Other option is that we let them both go. Maybe we don't have enough evidence to charge anyone. Look over everything and let me know. Just make sure that you choose carefully, okay? If we make the wrong decision here, it's both our asses. All right, you give me a call when you're ready to wrap this up.
This is. Right?
I mean, obviously with Paulette's health condition.
She doesn't share the same vision in July, actually. And I'm pretty sure she plans on using that life insurance money that you're talking about to, start a whole new chapter in life without you.
You're messing with me.
Elliot, I wouldn't mess with you. I mean, these statements are recorded. I have the whole statement of hers recorded. For who knows how long, right? She's got a history.
What the hell? I've given everything for her. Everything to make this relationship work. Just gotta throw everything away. After everything I've done. You know, it wouldn't actually surprise me if Samantha did this. Planned this whole thing.
Really?
I mean, apparently she's capable of a lot more than I can imagine.
So you think that Samantha is capable of planning this whole thing?
Based on what you told me, yeah, I think it's possible.
Hey. Okay. Yeah. I'll charge Samantha. Let me get her back in here and give her a chance to add anything else to her statement, and then I'll make the arrest. All right. Give me a sec, and we'll get things back up and running. Okay? Bye.
All right, this is a continuation with Samantha Williams. The date is Saturday, February 19th of 2022. So, listen, Samantha, we are going to be releasing Elliot, okay? He's going to be able to go home soon. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for you, Samantha. Okay, I'm sorry.
Why not?
Samantha, is there anything else that you would like to add to your statement today? Anything?
No. I can't go home.
I'm afraid not. No, Samantha, no. Now listen, I need you to listen, okay? I am officially charging you, okay, with the murder of your mother, Paulette Williams. I'm sorry. Now, Samantha, I'm going to ask you again. Okay, I'm going to ask you again. Is there anything else that you would like to add to your statement today?
I loved her so much.
Samantha, I'm going to assume that's a no. Okay, I'm going to assume that you don't want to add anything else to your statement, okay?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Samantha, I need you to listen to me. I need you to stand up.
I didn't mean to.
Samantha, I do need you to stand up, okay? I need you to stand up. Okay, stand up slowly. Okay. If you can turn around, please. Turn around slowly and please put your hands... Samantha, I need you to turn around and put your hands directly behind your back, okay? All right. Samantha, I'm going to grab a couple of officers who can escort you out of here. I will be back in just a second. She's right here.
Hey, I think we screwed up. Samantha's reaction seems way too sincere. I don't know. I don't think we got this one right. All right, we've been here long enough. Thanks for your help. I appreciate it.